Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to programmatically spawn objects in Godot game engine. So let's get started. So I'll just create one project. So I'll just click on create. I'll name it as demo. I will just browse it to the desktop folder. I'll just select project, click on create. Okay, then I'll just create one 2D scene. I'll command S to say before I save it, I'll just name it as game. So this is the parent scene which I have. I'll command S to save it. I'll save it. I'll run it so that my root scene is selected, which is the game scene, which has nothing inside it. Okay, then I'll create a new area 2D. You can create whatever you feel like. What I want to do is this area 2D should be programmatically spawned in this particular game scene. So something like coins or some other things like objects should be programmatically spawned. Like hard coding them inside your game would make it too predictable for the user. So that's why we use this. So I'll just click on this plus button. I'll type area 2D. Then I will just add a sprite 2D, and inside area 2D I'll also add a collision shape 2D. So here is our sprite 2D. I'll just drag and drop this Godot icon, and here is our collision shape 2D. I will just add one rectangle shape 2D, and here I'll just make this I'll just need to click on collision shape and make it the same size as this is. You don't need to do this. I'll do a command S. Okay, and once this is done, the next step which we need to do is maybe we can add one signal as well, so that I can show you how to programmatically call the signal as well, because the signal is also a part of the object, right? So I'll just what I'll do is I'll just create this visibility on screen notify 2D, because once the object moves out of the screen I want to trigger one signal, right? So I'll just add it something like this. I want to send a signal once the object moves out of the screen. So I will attach once. I'll just name this as Godot. You can name it whatever you feel like. I'll attach one script to this. Then I'll go to our visibility on screen notify 2D, and I will add screen exited signal. Okay, now I want to trigger a signal from this object to our main parent scene once this object moves out of the screen. So let's get started on how to do this. So first what I will do is I'll give it some class name, because we will be using this class name on our main parent scene script. So I'll name it as Godot. You can name it whatever you feel like. Then I will create one signal programmatically, because I want to trigger it on the main game scene, right? So I mean not gem, it is Godot off screen. So I'll name it as something like this. Maybe you can give it some better name. Okay, then what I will do is I'll just override this process function which is there. With the help of this we will just move our object in the y direction so that it moves away from our screen, moves down, like falls down from the sky, something like that. So yeah, so it will keep falling. Then I will create one die function as well, so that once it moves out of our screen it will die, right? So I will just give it as queue free. Okay, now once the screen like this Godot object is like no longer part of our screen, so firstly I want to emit a signal. Okay, so I want to emit a signal so that I can notify my parent scene, and I also want to make it die so that it is destroyed from our game, because we don't want to keep it in memory. Then go to the main game scene, and here I'll just click on this particular icon, and I will instantiate this area 2D which is Godot. Okay, I'll command S to save it. Next I'll attach one script to this as well, the main game scene. I'll click on create. Then here inside the main game scene I'll just take one timer node as well. So here is our timer node. I'll go to the inspector. I'll make the wait time as 2 seconds. So after every 2 seconds I want to spawn this particular object, right? That's why I'm using this timer. It should auto start. It is not one shot because I want to keep running this timer. Okay, then we need to connect the timeout signal. So I'll go to node, I'll add the timeout signal over here. Then we need to instantiate our Godot object programmatically. So I can do something like this: const Godot equal to, and I can just use this preload thing, and here this is our scene, right? area2d.tscn. So that's how we are loading it. Then firstly our timer starts after 2 seconds, right? But as soon as our screen load, I want to show this Godot object. So inside a ready function also I will just call this method called spawn Godot. We have not created this, we will create it shortly. So I'll just copy this, okay, and I'll create a function called spawn Godot. Then okay, so I mean, if you want to give the return type, you can do that as well. It's a good practice. Then we need to instantiate our scene, our Godot game, Godot object, sorry. So I can just name it as var Godot, and here I can give it the type as Godot because we have given it a class name, right? That's why. And here I can just do Godot dot instantiate. Why is it not available? Is Godot a predefined thing, class name? Okay, I'll just I'll come over here. It is Godot. Okay, this looks class name, I have given it as Godot. Okay, so because I have named here as capital Godot, so I'll just name it as small. Everything is small. Okay, this is the class name return type, and this is we are using it over here, so don't get confused. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to show it at random places on our screen, right? It should fall from random places on our screen. So for that we need to give it some position. So I can use Godot dot position. Now the X position will change, but the Y position will remain the same. So I can just use Y position as -50.0, but you can change this to whatever you feel like. Now to create a random position, X position, so I can just do var X pos, okay, then rand f underscore range. Then here we just do get viewport rect dot position dot x plus 70 comma, then get viewport rect dot end dot x, and here we can subtract -70 so that it generates a random position for us, and we can pass this X position over here. Then we need to connect the signal as well, right? So for that okay, why is this complaining? This is float type. What? Name position called as a function. Okay, sorry, this should be equal to, not a function. Maybe we can remove this brackets. Sorry, we need that bracket. It should be a vector position. Sorry about that. Vector 2, I mean vector 2. So something like this. Okay, now we need to connect the signal as well, right? So for every Godot instantiation or object, we need to create the signal. So we can just do Godot dot Godot off screen dot connect, and we want to connect to one method which we will create inside this particular script. So I'm just naming it as underscore Godot off screen. So we'll just create a function for this. So func Godot off screen, and this will get called once it that particular signal is triggered. So here I'll just name it as Godot is destroyed. All right, and inside our timers timeout, we need to spawn our Godot object. which we had already called in ready, but we need to spawn it after every 2 seconds. So yeah, that should be it. Just do Command S to save it. Let's run. Hopefully this works. And here you can see this is one object. If you want, you can subtract more over here on the X and Y, subtract and plus. Okay, why is this not working? I just saw one. Is the something seems to be wrong with the timer? So on timer, timeout, here is our timer. I have enabled auto start. Okay, let's try one more time. I don't know what happened. Why is it not spawning new items? On timeout, spawn Godot. Okay. So every single time, yeah, classic mistake which I did was I didn't add the Godot object as a child. So we need to add it as a child. So I wonder how did the first object was instantiated. So here you can see first, second. So after every 2 seconds it will instantiate an object. So yeah, but I'm little confused, like why did it instantiate the first object? But anyways, so here also you can see that our signal from Godot is getting called inside our main parent screen as well. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.